My friends, what if I told you that heaven is not actually a place? I mean, what if it's not only a place that waiting for you after your death? What if it's a state of being that you can achieve right here, right now, while you are still alive? I know that idea may sound strange, but stay with me because in this video I'm gonna share with you the truth about real heaven. Guys, welcome everyone to my channel. This is a house of light and darkness, a place where together we are trying to understand and explore our human, but in the same time divine nature. We also try to look deep within ourselves to finally understand who we were this whole time, who we really are, and how can we transform our life by remembering our true origin. Okay, now let me share with you a short story. So I grew up in a very religious Catholic family. As a child, every Sunday I sat in a church listening to stories about heaven. And especially, I remember one story our priest used to tell us as children. He used to say that heaven is the place where everything is possible. It's like whatever you will ask of God will be given. Back then, I imagined like a very beautiful place, somewhere beyond the clouds, a place that waiting for us after death. But today, when I'm 27 years old, looking back, I think there was a deeper truth inside those words. What if you can give a heaven different meaning? I mean, of course, this can be a place that waiting for us after our death. This is what I believe in, even though I'm an ex-Christian right now. I believe after our death, there will be some place. Let's say it's a place, but of course it's not a place, it's a space. I believe this will be like a higher dimensional space, like a space without any limits, like without limits of time and again space. You also have a right to believe that there will be something incredible after our death, but then I also believe heaven has a different side. Even now, I believe that what my priest used to say is truth. Heaven is a place where everything is possible, but before you will die, it isn't a geographical location, it's a level of consciousness. It's a different way of being, a different paradigm through which you can experience this life, experience a reality. And now I want us to talk about the Bible. Guys, you need to know I'm a big fan of Bible. I read it many times, even when I was a child. I really liked to read Bible, especially a New Testament. I'm in deep love with a Jesus figure, but I believe what we know about him, it's not the whole truth. And you can interpret the figure of Jesus in many ways. Like some people see him as a real person that lived a long time ago. Some people see him only as an idea, like a Christ consciousness or something like that. In any case, guys, I loved to read stories about what Jesus was teaching his disciples, but also like other people. And there was one thing that always fascinated me. It's how Jesus spoke about the kingdom of heaven or the kingdom of God constantly. But instead of describing it as a physical place, he spoke about entering the kingdom of God. He spoke about seeking the kingdom of God, about the living from it. One time he also said something very remarkable, something that many people hear but few really understand. He said, the kingdom of God is among you, or depending on translation, the kingdom of God is within you. For a long time, especially as a child, I had no idea what that really means. But today, I think I understand it completely. My dear viewers, I want you to think about what if heaven is a state of complete consciousness, complete awareness, a state in which you remember who you really are and also where you come from. When you finally remember that you are not just a human being, but you are a being who carries a divine spark within you. As Jesus used to call us, we are children of God, because we are divine beings. So when you remember it, your relationship with the life changes. You're no longer operating from the place of fear, limitations, limiting beliefs, self-criticism. Suddenly life starts to look completely different. You know, guys, there is also another thing that always fascinated me about the Jesus and what he was teaching his disciples and people about the heaven, about the kingdom of God. He used to say that, like, many are invited. It's like almost everyone is invited, but only few answer the call. Only few accept the invitation. This used to describe the kingdom of God as a place which is kind of hard to enter, but not because it's some kind of an exclusive place, only for chosen ones, but only few enter the kingdom of God because only few answer the call. So another question appears. If everyone is invited, why only few answer the call? Why only few accept the invitation? I don't think it's because God is keeping people out. I think it's because to enter the kingdom of God, to enter the heaven, you need to do something that not many people are willing to do. Entering the kingdom of God demands transformation, real inner transformation. I like to call this inner transformation a spiritual death, because before you can enter a new way of being, or you can experience a new state of being, a new paradigm, the old one has to end. Again, your own identity, fears, limitations, limiting beliefs, and all of this stuff, something inside you has to die, so that something greater, something new can be born. And let's be honest, that's terrifying. Even for me now, when I went through my inner transformation, when I remember the state of being and how my brain was operating before I started to go through this inner transformation, every time I thought about facing my own fears, every time I thought about the fact that if I want to go through this inner transformation, it means I'll have to admit that I'm not perfect, that I have many things to heal, I have many, again, chances around me to break, I have many things to fix inside me. And trust me, I was terrified. I was scared about going through inner transformation. So that's why many people who are as terrified as I have been, they choose ego, they choose comfort, they choose something familiar. They don't want to step into unknown. They don't want to go to the underworld. This is how I call this dark place inside you that you have to visit while you are going through this inner transformation. So they choose not to step out of the comfort zone over becoming free. They choose comfort over becoming free, which makes me wonder, maybe heaven and hell, again, are not places that we will only experience after our death. Maybe both of these things are a state of being which we can experience in our daily life. When we live disconnected from ourselves, when we live blind to the truth, when we don't even want to ask questions that can help us to find the truth about who we really are, where we come from, what is possible for us, when we live with our doubts and fears, when we are always complaining about the life instead of trying to change something about it, instead of like looking deep within ourselves, we are trying to find, we are trying to blame the world and the people around. This is when we are experiencing the hell on earth, but not because someone made us to experience it, but because we choose it by ourselves. But the moment we decide to awaken, the moment we break through all of the illusions, the moment we start to look deep within ourselves, the moment we start to ask questions, everything changes. And you start to create your own heaven on earth. Again, you don't wait until you die. You do it right here, right now, while you're still alive. So let me say it again. I believe that the heaven on earth, the real heaven, is a state of being, is a pure consciousness, it's a pure awareness, it's a state of being, it's a way of operating from being in a totally different paradigm. It's like you can live in the very same place. You can be surrounded with the same people that you've been before. You can live your normal life, but while most people around you are still operating from this old paradigm, again, this state of like experiencing the hell on earth, limitations, illusions, self-doubts, guilt, shame, and so on, you are experiencing reality in a totally different way. Again, as my priest used to say, heaven is the place where everything is possible. My friend, I want you to remember this quote. I want you to remember this line, because trust me, when you will enter this different paradigm, when you will spiritually die and be born again, when you will enter the kingdom of God, life will never feel the same. My dear viewer, you will realize that everything is actually possible for you. Even right here, right now, on this planet, which is a 3D world, right? We live in a world which is limited in some way. But the truth is, it's limited for people who believe that they are limiting beings. But guys, we are here to remind ourselves that we are not limiting beings. Again, we are beings who carry this divine spark within us. We are the children of God, which means everything is possible for us, especially when we know who we are. Again, maybe everyone is invited, but only if you respond. Because the invitation isn't asking you to die physically, it's asking you to let your false self die, to become who you truly are. My friends, nobody can help you to create or to build this heaven on earth. My friends, no one can help you to enter the kingdom of God. It's not like there is a person who will reach their hand and take you with them. Nobody can walk your part on your behalf. This is your life. This is your journey. This is your consciousness and your awareness. You choose whether you want to experience the hell on earth or you want to know who you truly are and experience the heaven on earth. It's your choice whether you want to operate from the old paradigm or you want to step into the new one. Every person creates their own experience of reality. Every person chooses whether they want to remain asleep or they want to wake up. Guys, I invite you to wake up and to realize that maybe heaven isn't waiting for you until you die. Maybe heaven has been waiting within you this whole time. Guys, I want to leave you with this thought. Perhaps heaven isn't where you go. It's who you become. It's how you experience your reality. People, I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I invite you to stay with me and with my small spiritual community on this channel. A community of people who want to transform themselves, who want to wake up, who want to transform their life, and again, to step into totally different paradigm, a paradigm of a new consciousness. And I also hope to see you in my next video. Bye!